hate the lag.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Oh, I didn't set up the mic because.
Okay. Well, it's on StreamYard. It doesn't do the same.
Yeah, but I didn't set up the mic because.
That's on here. Okay. That's fine.
Just let us know if you can hear the dishwasher.
I should be able to. It's
Share into public group. There we go. Sorted.
Evening, everybody. Yes, happy Friday.
I'm sat in the sun.
Yeah, we're all good.
Before we start rambling,
Yes.
if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. And if the two lovely people who commented on our post on YouTube a couple of days ago are watching, then thanks.
Who were they?
I don't know.
Okay.
They just, well, they posted some really nice comments.
Oh, okay.
Saying
Nice.
like thank you and whatnot.
Fabulous. Yeah, evening, Mary. Welcome to the Lifers. Evening, Sandra. Evening, Tracy. And Kathy. How we all doing? It's evening, Karen. It's not afternoon. It's gone past 4 p.m.
So this guy says, listen guys, thank you so much for all the content you provide. I've gone from 21 stone to 15.5 stone after watching a video of you explaining your Aldi keto shopping haul.
Wow.
That sparked my interest in keto and I've researched following your video, so I credit you with my success. For changing my life, I'm forever grateful. Thank you.
Wow. Well, does he, I know you can't see his real name, but what's his?
Doggy lad.
Doggy lad.
And then Jan, hi, I've just subscribed to this channel. I love the recipes and advice and the humour, lol. The shopping advice.
You mean humour? We're very serious.
The shopping advice is really helpful. This is a lovely family photo. I love the way you included the dogs. They are such a big part of the family too. It is great to have someone in this country advising on keto because most of the channels on YouTube are American and a lot of the ingredients they use are not available here. So thank you to Jan.
Yeah, thank you very much. However, I am serious at all occasions. And if humour ever slips out, I apologise. Evening, Jay. Evening, John. I'm presuming that says good evening, everyone.
Translation? Yes, it is.
It says good evening. See, I can even read Russian now. Done it before you, John. Done it before you. I think we should congratulate Harry as well.
Is it 6 stone now?
Yeah, 6 stone in 6 months.
Insane.
Yeah, insane. He's a machine. So, yes.
Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Oh, wait, no, this is Chris.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Blimey.
There's too many editors of the page now. I'm losing track.
Right, so there we go. Actually, do you want to pin that sort of stuff? I was ahead of you, John. I'd got it translated before you even started to type. Been taking electrolytes, taking more electrolytes every day, and feel so much more energetic. Excellent.
It's a day for celebrations, isn't it?
Look at that, John. Wow. Blimey. That's fantastic news. Well done, mate. Yes, electrolytes. We'll always end up talking about electrolytes at some point in a live or in pretty much every video, every live, every cooking session, anything. We end up talking about electrolytes. Reason being, you can't live without them.
Here's something fun. So I obviously joke that, well, no, I'm completely, as we said, we're completely humorless.
Yeah, completely humorless.
Completely serious that my lava cake is my magnesium for the day. Mm-hmm. So now it was also my potassium because we ran out of baking powder. So I added cream of tartar and baking soda by having the soda in there.
Right.
So I got some potassium as well.
Excellent.
So yeah, there's the electrolytes.
Thank you very much. Yeah, essential. No, we don't. No, this is just a random Q&A. Where have you been for the last few weeks, Jay? You know, regular Fridays now.
It's every other Friday at the moment. I mean, special announcement is the kitchen is
The kitchen is coming along.
Coming along.
Yes, kitchen is coming along. So the base units are in and fixed. They don't wobble like the old ones used to. The worktop isn't quite fixed yet, but that's got to come out to have the hob cut. And finish this kitten. I think Argy finished the kittens.
Archie's never eaten a kitten. Don't spread that rumour.
Snacks. Snacks. What was that? Coconut milk from Aldi is back up. Yes, I noticed that as well actually recently, because the Lidl version has they're now using the KTC brand, which is 55%. So actually, that's worth avoiding unless Lidl bring their own back. They seem to be switching to KTC brand, which might mean you'll be able to get more regularly coconut oil from Lidl, because that's the KTC brand if they're starting to do a work together. But coconut milk, pretty rubbish really. Yeah, pretty rubbish. Yes, kitchen's coming along. We've got dishwasher, washing machine all plumbed in.
Now, haven't we?
The floor has been ordered, but we've still got a level of floor. That's potentially the next big task that we've got, because we've got 3 different levels across 3 different rooms.
And 2 dogs that live in one of them.
And they're a nightmare when they get locked outside.
This is going to be interesting. Have we figured out what we're doing with them yet?
Yeah, locking them outside and just putting up with the whinging.
Right, okay. How long does it take to level the floor? Is it a day?
It won't take long. That section there, it's a matter of mix it, pour it.
Mm-hmm.
It then takes about 3 hours for that to go off. So before you can walk on it. I'm not worried about that section because we can easily sort of section that off. It's all of this. It's all of this. Yeah, I mean, what's the point? I mean,
80% water.
It's 80% water. All it means is they've added more water. Yeah, but the Lidl, well, it's not available at most Lidls, that coconut milk, unfortunately. That was the one we were using. If you can get it, it's great. If you can't get it, then Aldi's the next best option at the minute. But yeah, so the Freshona, or if you can find anywhere else.
Jay, we actually have ordered an oven.
Yeah, I've ordered an oven. I'm not sure whether we're going to put it in though.
Well,
it's just to fill a gap.
To be fair, it would come in handy for when I'm making like new recipes, because it's hard to give instructions when you've only ever made it in a Ninja. So, and say like made a cake a couple of days ago, and because it was 2-tier and I only had the foodie available, you know, it was one at a time and it took twice as long.
I know. Yes, John, we are.
Yes, John, we are. Don't say any spoilers about episode 4 because Dad hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah, no spoilers.
But yeah, I'm watching it. It's my favourite one of the 3 series. Yeah, followed by WandaVision.
I guess I thought WandaVision.
WandaVision's alright, but I rewatched it a couple of days ago and I just wouldn't watch the first 3 episodes. Right. I just skip to when it starts like going on trippy.
Yeah.
So
go on then. How's your week's been? We've got 2 major successes here with John and Harry. Who else has had a good week?
Yes, John, I've seen it.
There's a mid-credit scene this week, is there?
There's the first end credit scene of the series.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough.
I've had a productive week because I've been using Louis' room as my office.
Yeah. Yeah, Ella's sort of moved offices. Rather than sitting at this table, she's been sitting in Louis' room because he has a desk in there and a computer. So she's been using 2 computers at the same time. Excellent. So
well done, Pauline. That was HIT
and
dance class.
Lisa's dance class. It was quite hot and sweaty this morning. It was a little bit uncomfortable. Just like concrete
slabs.
All right. Yes. Well, we're just working that out for us as well. Don't worry. If you're out there laying concrete, it's still going to raise your ketones. Evening, Ruth. How are you doing?
That's really cool. since training with Darren, my muscle mass has gone up by a percentage.
Does it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's quite good, isn't it?
So
Louis doesn't have a say.
He doesn't have a say.
Sorry, that's the wrong comment. That one.
Yeah, Louis doesn't have a say.
I said I needed the computer.
He's mostly in the front room anyway on his PlayStation. He's either been doing two things: PlayStation, or he's been weeding the garden this week. So he's fine. I think is he in his room now, or is he downstairs?
He'll be in one of
he's
the
in
rooms.
He's in one of the rooms in the front of the house. How long are you fasting for, Ruth? Excited as off on my holes 3 weeks. Nice. Where are you off to, Diane? That's not good, Jay.
What's up, Jay?
She's done a back in. Done a back in again.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, are there any questions?
Yeah, feel free. I have a job. Yeah, he's definitely not interested in doing it as a sideline.
He's got plenty of other stuff.
He's got plenty of other stuff. Video editing is way easier for him to do. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Ruth, if you're trying to sort of incorporate running and 42-hour fasts. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the running at the end of the fast. Quite happy sort of in that first 16, 18 hours, but following morning, it didn't really work for me. I don't mind the fast. I just don't like the running and the fasting at the same time. I just lacked power. So I saw your post about the details on the watch, and I'm still not entirely sure how that works when it talks about effort on there, doesn't it?
Maintenance.
Do
you know what? It's one of the subjects that the members want as a Thursday night chat.
And it is finding the balance. I mean,
I was just about to ask Chris whether Tracy was on.
Yeah. The maintenance thing comes with sort of, again, re-looking at macros and reintroducing some more of the low carb foods, and lowering potentially a little bit of the fat. But you have to play around with it. You have to sort of find, because obviously you don't want to sort of start to feel bloated, but you can sort of introduce, things like butternut squash and chickpeas and lentils, those sorts of things. So rather than trying to stick to sort of, I know you don't track, John, but sort of, rather than stick to sort of 20-30 grams, then looking at maybe increasing it just a little bit.
But then some people don't even need to do that. I mean, you maintain.
No, I maintain, and I never track my carbs really. But today, John, not chips. Although celeriac and Swede, absolutely no problem.
You go the opposite way of like eating several portions of cake.
Yeah.
Keto cake.
Yeah, keto cake.
It's not an everyday thing, but yeah.
So where was Ruth's comment then? Yeah, brutal. Yeah. I'd just be really sort of mindful when you go out running that don't try and push yourself if you're in that back end of a fast. Going out for a walk, great, but if you're trying to run and you're trying to sort of run according to your previous times, it's probably just not going to work. I'm sure there are plenty of people I know do a lot of running in a longer fast. It just takes time. So if you're just getting back into the running, then again, take it easy.
Should we plug Festival?
Yes, and 49 days to Festival. Blimey. So for those that haven't seen the posts, been on the group, if you're just watching on YouTube, I suppose we've done some bits on YouTube as well, haven't we, about Festival. You posted that video a couple of days ago, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Festival is our gathering of our community. August 21st, we've hired a venue in just outside Northampton called Brampton Grange. We've basically got the full run of the place for the day, and as we've progressed, as the we've been organising it. We've been coming up with other ideas, and anyway, we sort of managed to get in touch with, and I sort of asked whether they come and speak. So we've got Dr. Jen Unwin and Dr. David Unwin. If you don't know who they are, then go to the Public Health Collaboration and just type in Unwins, and you'll find out who they are pretty quickly. They're coming to do a presentation in the afternoon, and we've also got some of the ambassadors from Public Health Collaboration who are also coming to there. So basically support us. Again, it's that medical advice, it's that medical information, which we don't deal with, but I know a lot of people have questions. So, Festival, it's a day of fun. Oh,
sorry, there was a question before that. That's why I was
right. Okay, quite nervous about when I need to maintain. Don't worry about something that's not there yet. Why worry about something that
I was going to say it happens quite naturally.
Yeah, and actually, maintenance, you'll find you'll find your balance with it. You'll know if you're eating too many carbs, because you'll feel, you might just need to sort of spread them out a little bit more, rather than having just eggs and bacon in the morning for breakfast or whatever. So it's not even something that I ever thought about, but I've maintained now for 3 years. So no is a simple answer. Any good as a meal replacement? Absolutely not. Never let junk food, that's what it is, replace real food. Drinking your protein isn't a great idea, and it might contain MCT oil, and I don't think there's any sort of particularly bad sweetener in there, but I wouldn't use anything like that as a meal replacement. Pre-workout, absolutely not. Post-workout, absolutely not. I've never ever
pre-workout, not like coffee.
Yeah, pre-workout, have a coffee. Post-workout, have your electrolytes. You do not need to drink a protein powder like that, or a meal replacement. No benefit. Ask yourself what benefit you're getting from it, because if you're using it, you're stopping yourself from eating real food, and it's the real food that contains the real nutrition. If it's got that's just got a keto label on it, just to sort of really play on people's minds when they're out shopping. You don't need it. How can I get rid of subtitles? It's on your settings. If you're watching on Facebook, John, then you have to go to your.
I thought there's just a CC box.
Yeah, down the bottom. Right, sorry, go on. Pauline, no, tickets. So evening tickets for members, we've got literally less than half a table. I think that's 4 or 5 tickets. Daytime tickets, we still have tickets available. And just so you know, if you are coming for the daytime, a daytime ticket, which is £10, includes food and the presentations.
Yeah, there's no extra.
So there's no extra charge. I was surprised when people sort of said, how much is it for the presentations? The presentations are free, and we're putting a marquee up big enough to hold everyone. So everyone will be able to watch any presentation. And yes, David Unwin saves his practice an absolute bucket load of money.
I really can't wait for that.
I mean, it's stunning. I mean, I watched one of their presentations just a couple of days ago. They're great. They're fabulous. And it was great that we actually sort of managed to have a conversation with Jennifer a couple of weeks ago.
Similar books to Metabolical.
Okay, similar books to Metabolical. I'm re-listening to, it's a couple of years old now, but The Big Fat Surprise, Nina Teicholz, that's a great one. Bear with me.
Have you got them all on Audible?
I've got them all on Audible, because I tend to listen to the books rather than read. So I've just listened to Real Food on Trial, which is the new Tim Noakes book. So it does cover his trial, but it also then covers a lot of the evidence that they used during the trial. That's a great one. If you're looking for sciencey ones, anything by Jason Fung. So you've got Cancer Code, you've got what's the diabetes? The Complete Guide to Fasting, and
Obesity code?
The obesity code. There's some here that I haven't listened to for a long time now. Wired to Eat, Robert Wolf. There's another good one. Diabetes code, obesity code. Gary Taubes, if you want another sciencey one, Gary Taubes, Why We Get Fat. There you go. That'll keep you busy for a week.
Just something from Chris, and read how to book your parking. When you're booking festival tickets, the thing that's going to limit us is the parking spaces. So when you book your tickets, we ask that you also say how many parking spaces you need. There is an extra cost. There's nothing, added on. We just need to know. But
yeah.
Quite a few people recently have added more parking spaces than they needed just by accident. So we've had to clarify with them.
Actually, a couple of good recommendations there. So the Pure White and Deadly, definitely. Keto Clarity. Now, I'm sure it's a great book, but as an Audible, I'm not a fan of those little ding-dongs that they put through when they want to sort of highlight a point. They have this little ding, 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 and it's like, I'm listening to a book, not a musical. Anyway, Keto Clarity is a good one.
That reminds me of like, you're in a store and it's like the customer announcement. They go,
yeah, it is. It's like a customer announcement. Yeah. There you go. We do have a book club in the members group, so there's lots of suggestions from people that sort of are part of that. So the delay, don't deny. I always get that wrong way around. Right, so I can't see that because of the camera. So can you take the mouse off that so I can read the question? There you go. Did you answer something about diabetes? My nana is always super scared of keto as she is diabetic. Was very ill once. Yeah, well, okay. So here's the thing: is she type 1 or type 2? And is she insulin resistant? Insulin dependent. So is she on insulin? And the reason potentially why she had very high keto is that she hadn't used any insulin for the day. So it's not dangerous for diabetics. No, you just need to sort of understand how to manage it. That's how most diabetics come on. When they follow a low-carb keto lifestyle, they're able to reduce and come off their medication. But, so it's a matter of learning how to, so type 2, not insulin dependent. Don't bother. I have no right. There's no evidence to show that exogenous ketones help in a keto lifestyle. Exogenous ketones were produced for neurological reasons, not for lifestyle reasons, as in the life that I lead. If you've got and there's some evidence to show that it can help people with dementia and Alzheimer's, those sorts of things. But using them as part of your daily plan, just wasted money. You stop producing ketones. So if you drink them, your body stops producing them. So therefore, you're no longer, in my mind, you're no longer in ketosis. You're just drinking them. So what's the point in ketones are free. Ketones are free. So why buy them and drink them? I don't get it. I can't see it again. Yeah, there you go. They'll raise your ketone levels because you drank it, and suddenly it'll boost up your ketone levels. That means nothing because you stopped the body from actually creating your own ketones. So, again, understand what if you're following keto because you want to, if you are suffering with dementia and that sort of thing, then there might be a benefit. But if you're not, then why? What's the point? Why bother with them? Waste of money. Fat adapted. It means that you're not only just getting into ketosis only takes a couple of days. Obviously, you should be able to sort of reduce your glycogen stores, changing what you eat, and start producing ketones. Being fat adapted means that your appetite, your hunger levels have changed. You can go out and exercise without in that fasted state. But it also means that the longer you're fat adapted, if you do have a slip up, you'll spend less time out of ketosis. Your body is more adapted to burning fat, to burning fuel, fat as fuel. So it can take. There's no guaranteed time scale here. However, you can take sort of maybe about 8 weeks to become fat adapted. I know when I did mine, my fat adaptation, my running was awful because I wasn't fully fat adapted. And I did sort of keep struggling with energy, and then suddenly it came through.
James put it nicely there.
The process you need to create ketones is what burns the fat, not just having. Yeah. There's no point just having ketones in your blood. It doesn't mean anything. I drink green tea all the time. There's nothing wrong with green tea.
And I'm yet to find a tea that I like. What's this? This guy said man Ike.
What's man Ike?
No idea.
Man's getting it still.
No idea what you mean. Sorry, not you, Sandra. From someone else.
Okay. So not being hungry when I wake up. Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, it's very, very rare that I wake up feeling hungry. Most days it's a cup of coffee, and I mean most mornings we're training, so get up, cup of coffee, and go out training. Like tomorrow morning, we've got a family PT. In fact, has Louis done that video for me yet?
I think he's doing that either tonight or tomorrow.
Okay, just give him a kick up the backside. But yeah, we go training Saturday morning at 8 o'clock tomorrow's. Yeah, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Do that. I mean, and all three of us do that, fasted. All three of us. That's a 16-year-old, an 18-year-old, and me at
21 plus some.
Well, it depends as to how you react to erythritol. It's not supposed to spike insulin. I
avoid any sweetener when I'm fasting.
Yeah, and I avoid any sweetener when I'm fasting as well. It's whether it triggers you. So, it's not supposed to cause any issues. Just be mindful that when you have it, is it making you feel hungry? That you can still create hunger from drinking sweeteners. So again, we're all different. Which one affected me? Was it erythritol, or was I okay with erythritol? Was it pure stevia?
It was stevia.
Pure stevia. So we need to do these trials again actually soon, because I did a test nearly 2 years ago now, on different sweeteners.
Kat, we have a really good decaf we can recommend that's not.
Oh yeah, so we have a water filtered decaf. I wouldn't use. Not even for any other reason apart from it was horrible tasting wise.
Do you want to get Imperial Teas up and I'll put the link in?
Well, give me a screen then.
Well, you can use that one, and I'll just get the URL.
I think it was there then. So the decaf, by the way, sorry, I know I'll jump around, but the decaf, this is clean, water filtered decaf, and it tastes amazing. There you go. So take that page.
So I've just popped in the link to Imperial Teas. That's the decaf that we use.
Right, so that's the decaf we use. Now, please don't assume that the decaf that you get from Imperial Teas is anything like the supermarket stuff. This is roasted when Ben receives the beans. He's just had a delivery of them in the past week or so. These are top quality beans. This isn't something that you will drink literally sort of a bucket a day. It's really, high quality stuff. So yes, treat yourself. I love this. He's eating lots of green chili and Scotch bonnet on keto pose a threat to some internal organs. Do you know what? Yeah. How much are you eating? We've got a member who grows chilies, and I need to ask her what the danger is. I'm pretty sure you're fine, Nick. You're fine. Just look, they're low enough in carbs. You're all good. You're all good. And if you can eat Scotch bonnets like little cherry tomatoes, I'm sure it's stopping you from eating something else. Do you know what, Jay? I'm the same. I love my caffeine. However, when I tasted this decaf, honestly, it's an amazing coffee. So, and I don't need the caffeine most of the time. Yes, I think first thing in the morning. It don't really matter, does it? I mean, Louis would quite happily sort of sit there and scoff a plate of Scotch bonnets. Oi, get out of the bin! The bloody little. Yes, you. There you go. Here she comes. Just caught her trying to. Well, the bin's outside. It's normally high up because we've been messing about. So it's just perfect height for her to stick her head inside it. It's in.
Was she drinking out the bucket?
No, she's drinking out of the bowl.
Right.
She's drinking out the bowl, but then the bin's next to the bowl. So anyway, sorry. Yeah, you're all good, Nick. Crack on. That's funny.
Where's she gone?
Probably under the sofa outside thingy. No, you're fine. When making recipe Zaldi, 85% chocolate. I'm finding it really bitter. Right, okay. Yeah, no, so exactly. I mean, I would use the 70%, and that hopefully, you wouldn't need to use maybe either any sweetener or probably a little bit less sweetener in the recipes. Yes, it's got a higher sugar content, but if you're aiming at sort of 30-40 grams, then it's going to increase the carbs, probably almost double per portion. So just be mindful of it.
You're using it in the right way. You're not just using it like a bar of chocolate.
Yeah, don't eat the chocolate by itself. You're mixing. If you're making stuff from it, then you are spreading those carbs out as well. So yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, sorry. Cheers, Nick. Thanks, mate. I can see. That's guacamole. Can you see the difference? Guac's on the left and mole's on the right. Yeah. Those are courtesy.
Wait, no, but are they seeing us?
Oh, I don't know, and it doesn't really matter because they're both exactly the same.
They're not. They're handmade.
They are handmade, yeah. So those were given to us by one of our members, so Kerry Pringle. And yeah, somebody mentioned this morning that the kitchen has been ripped out. All of this ground, this bottom area has all been ripped out, everything, and they have remained in place. I haven't moved those, so these units are coming down over the weekend, so they will get. Oh, the new cupboards don't have handles.
We're gonna have to fix that. We're gonna have to attach them somehow. They can go on the spice rack.
Yeah, okay.
The spice racks are being held up.
Okay. Right, okay, sorry, let's... this is my first Q&A. I can't believe how tidy your kitchen is. Yeah, well, you can see what you can see. That's all I'm saying. We have sort of had to do a little bit of tidying up today just to sort of make it livable for the weekend.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike, thank you, mate. Thank you very much. I know, I see. Sticky plastic. I'm not putting sticky plastic hooks in the kitchen, Jane. Goodness sake. If doing 12-8 fast, have first meal at 1, then that works as well. For bed. Looks good.
What do you mean by 12-8? Is that 16:8?
I think, yeah. So,
because 1 p.m. that would make.
Yeah. So if eating at 1 p.m.
To be fair, I would try to bring the first meal forward, because you don't want to be eating. You want to give yourself a chance to die. Yeah, so 16:8.
Yeah,
You want to give
16:8.
yourself a chance to digest.
Yeah, I mean.
And obviously, we don't recommend doing OMAD every day. So you can flip.
It's a tough one because
between
it depends whether if it's based around work.
Yeah.
And this is the issue when sort of you're trying to sort of like change your lifestyle and you've got a real job to go to. I mean, I don't understand how people go to a real job, but yeah, it is difficult. To be fair, if you're hungry, then eat in the evening. But if it's an hour before when you normally go to bed, then I would just choose something light and just go with eggs. Even if it's scrambled eggs and smoked salmon, something quite light. Keep the carbs out and just go for some like scrambled eggs and smoked salmon, or I was thinking boiled eggs then, even the snack. It depends how hungry you are.
So work shifts.
Yeah, so shifts. Yeah. And it's whether you can sort of eat at all during that work shift so when you get home, you don't need to eat. Why do you not work? If you OMAD, if you do OMAD on a daily basis, and we're talking long term here, not just on the basis of 1 week, but long term, then you would potentially put yourself into quite a significant calorie deficit over that period. So breaking it up, if somebody does OMAD 5 days a week, but then spends the weekend doing 2 meals or maybe 3, then you've broken it up. But if you do OMAD literally every day, it's very difficult to maintain your metabolic rate when you are potentially, you have to be really organized to make sure that you're not in a huge calorie deficit when you're doing OMAD on a daily basis. So it's just easier to break it up occasionally. OMAD Monday to Friday if that's your work shift, and then do a little bit of 2MAD over the weekend, or even 3. You'll get the benefit of the OMADs then as well.
I'd suggest going to Dr. Mindy on YouTube. She's got a great YouTube channel, and she talks about why, especially for women, OMAD every day isn't ideal, and what the options are.
Yeah, so you are sort of, again, you've got to be aware of hormone balance throughout the month is going to change. So therefore, what will work for you on 1 week won't potentially be the best thing for you on another week. So egg fast, I'm not sure why. I mean, that's
seems like a really quick way to get yourself out of you eating eggs, which.
Yeah, I don't. You can go down the lines of any of the sort of limited routes of protein. So you can go down the line of doing carnivore. So you strip out all the veggies. That'll work for some people, and it will work I do it for. Oh, say it again.
Dr. Mindy, I'll find the.
Gonna put a link in. So she's gonna put a link into it.
Can you search Dr. Mindy on there, please? There we go. This is her YouTube channel. Basically, just go and binge watch all of her videos.
Yeah. Yeah. So egg fasting, you know what? Try it for a couple of days. If it works for you, it works for you. But to be fair, it's a protein and fat mix. That's what eggs are. It's a protein and fat mix. So is beef. So is chicken. It's going carnivore with one protein source. So there's nothing wrong in trying it if you feel that you're going to do it, but you're going to make yourself sick of eggs very quickly. Scroll down a little bit. So what was that one? Is the recommended max amount of nuts low carb to eat? Well, bear in mind that it depends what nuts. Brazil nuts, lowest, one of the lowest, definitely in carbs. Also bear in mind that high in calories each of them. So there's not going to be any set recommendation, because I have no idea what your calorie allowance is really, what your sort of metabolic rate is. I mean, the best way of doing it is take small portions rather than take a big bag. If you take a big bag of peanuts or a big bag of almonds, you're probably going to eat them all.
If you eat like a packet of crisps,
yeah,
that's probably when you need to think, okay, let's change things, or let's make this.
I mean, we sort of do like Marmite Brazil nuts and Marmite and chili almonds. In fact, we need to do some more of those. But it's small amounts. Yeah, I know. I mean, we need to have a look at what the subtitles say.
I'm going to try and get it out, but
we've got to go in a minute anyway, because we've got members.
That's a big question, Jason.
Best tips for beginners.
For us, I'll give you this really handy website.
Right, go to the website.
There we go. And head to the starter information. Yeah, I'm going to see.
Go to. Right, so starter information on there. Go and have a look at the food list first. Because you need to know what because if you go to the green food list and then you go through it, print it off, it's only one sheet for the green stuff, and then go through what you do eat, highlight what you do eat, and just use that as your as your shopping list. You've got it then.
And go through, pick like 5 dinners or whatever, and just make your shopping list from that. And I mean,
and actually, if you're asking the member section, but also go and log into the members website and go and have a look at the meal plan. You know, you don't need to understand everything about the lifestyle when you've got a meal plan.
Kat, a really nice dessert is just a bit of Greek yogurt, spoon of almond butter, mix it together with some berries, or freeze it, and you've got yourself a nice froyo. It goes a bit solid, but if you leave it for like maybe 45 minutes, it's like the right sort of consistency. Or just take it out for 10 to 15 minutes if it's been frozen overnight.
Yeah, you're welcome. They can be either fast and furious, these sessions, or no one turns up. But yeah, I mean, you know, again, no one's pretending to be an expert sat here. We're just using our experience to sort of hopefully help others. Everything that we talk about, all the recipes, all the information, it's all available for free on the website. You know, go to ketofitnessclub.com. It's all available for free. Because I don't have that answer, Jay, so I'm sure you can Google it.
It got the website right, their subtitles.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Right.
Lisa, I've not seen anything funny, so I'll have a look at your Instagram story.
Right, okay. But yeah, so if you are new, you're just starting out, then just head to the website, go to the starter information.
Make yourself a batch of brownies.
Yeah, make a batch of brownies.
Make a shopping list. And you're good to go.
There's all sorts of information on there, and yes, apparently we've got some videos on YouTube, which can be quite useful.
Someone was like, "Are you ever going to run out of content?" I was like, "I've got 300 recipes to try and catch up on, let alone the new stuff." So yeah, and we are looking to do more informative videos in the future rather than just like recipes.
I think the thing is, if you're just starting out and you're still trying to get to grips with it, then do a couple of things. Make a plan, as in a meal plan. Work out, go to the recipe library, go and spend an hour going through different meals and picking out. You don't need to carb count, you don't need to calorie count. Just pick out 2 or 3 meals a day. Every one of our recipes focuses on real source proteins first, which will contain fat, and they're either using.
The majority of our recipes focus on.
Apart from when Michelle gets involved.
Apart from the sweet treats section.
Right, avoid the sweet treat section for the first few weeks. So, make a meal plan first, because at least then you know what to go shopping for. We were having this conversation last night about sort of stocking our wagon. We all burn our wagon occasionally, and then you've got to rebuild it. Well, last night we were stocking it again. You cannot keep your wagon on the road if when you go to the supermarket, you're buying the wrong things. Simple as that. So stock your cupboard, stock your fridge with the right things. Making it now trying to going to try goat's milk this weekend. It's no different in the carb values as far as I'm aware. Yeah. Well done, Jay. State the bleeding obvious. Don't know. I'm not a massive fan of goat's milk in stuff. Goat's cheese, absolutely. Sheep's cheese, amazing, but never really got on with goat's milk. So make a plan. Go to the recipe library, write some recipes down, go shopping. There's the first thing. Second thing is do a little bit of research. Just have a basic understanding of what the science is around living and if you're starting out, go low carb first. Don't think about trying to get down to 20 grams in your first week because you're just not ready for it. So go and do some research first. Research involves, yes, we've got our own, Ella's just dropping a link in, the kick session, which is a 90-minute session with me. You get accepted into our kick mentoring group for a month. That's for £10, that's it. However, also go public health collaboration, go and look at the Unwins, go and look at sort of research by Trudy Deakin, go and look at Zoe Harcum, go and look at the information that's there, because you need to have the confidence about what you're doing, and by researching those people, you will have the confidence to go, right, okay, I understand now. We just need that basic understanding. Back to food. Do you ever use coconut cream? Yes.
No, we don't use coconut cream. We use coconut milk.
No, I've used coconut cream loads of times.
When have we ever had coconut cream in?
I've made Thai curries with it. Yes, Jason. I do the cooking in the house.
I don't in the baking.
Yeah, okay. But coconut cream in the Thai curries,
there's only one recipe that I've used coconut cream.
Yeah, no, but I've used it, and there's no reason why you can't use it.
The snowball recipe in the Christmas book. Basically, to me, when I used it, it's basically like oil, isn't it?
It is like oil, yes. You don't use much of it when you're cooking with it.
Because you wouldn't use it like coconut milk, otherwise you've just got an oil soup.
No, it's very dense.
Yeah. So it depends on what you're making. In baking, no. In cooking, occasionally, apparently.
Right. We need to go. We're in the members group in 10 minutes. I need to make another drink before I sit down again. Right. Thank you, folks. See you in a couple of weeks' time.
Well, I'm live tomorrow.
Well, but on another chat.
Yeah, another Q&A will be.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Cinnamon rolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're doing that live? Okay.
I think it's just on Facebook though. I can live stream here, can't I? Not the living room.
Yeah. You got used to the kitchen this weekend now.
Cool.
Right, folks. Have a good weekend. See you soon.